Okay, we got
And it
five.
begins.
Yeah, well, I also ain't got my headset ready. So go ahead and start. We're talking conspiracy theories. Oh, you want me to bring up this picture? Okay.
No,
No,
hang on.
hang on.
Ah. All right, why am I echoing? I was like echoing really bad.
I don't do that. Okay, we got
And it
five.
begins.
Yeah, well, I also ain't got my headset ready.
That would be you. Did you share yet so I can share?
Oh, it's yeah. As far as yeah,
Because it's not coming up over on my side here.
it's one of those days.
Man.
No, we don't want that air. Quiet.
Anyway, you wanted to start talking conspiracy theories. So here we are. Talking conspiracy theories. And one of them is crop circles. Are they man made or are they alien made? Because there's a lot of them, just like this one right here, that are
Yeah.
extremely complex looking.
Yeah, those I don't see how something like that could turn up in 24 hours without a lot of people doing it.
Right,
And,
without somebody knowing something.
and then you'd have to have a lot of uh, collaboration and planning and making sure everybody gets their part right. That I don't believe was man-made. Others, it's a possibility. Some have been proven hoaxes and that were man-made because people came forward and claimed them. But that picture, I don't believe that's man-made.
Well, yeah, and then I'm looking at some of the stuff over here on the side. I don't know, did that come through? Yeah. So you got idiots like this one here, the Sandra Olivace, whatever the fuck her name is, that puts this stupid shit up. And then you got this guy, it's just I'm reading some of them. I don't know if you can read them.
No, I can't.
Well, he says always people not understanding even when it right in front of them. The answer to this is plain and simple. There are three inhabitants planets. They have been trying to contact us for many years.
Yeah, see, that looks like it could be a message.
Because of the distance it takes to travel, they come do couldn't come due to resources, and it said they are in need of help and warning they are being conquered by another race trying to prepare us. Yeah, I can see something like that. This David Cords who said that.
Yeah,
But there's also other you know this stupid dip is just putting politics in it, and it's like this isn't political. This is
well, see,
controversial.
look at it. All right, go back to what that one person was saying. If you're looking at it, one part of that, all right, that crop circle, part of that is a map. Okay.
It does look like a map, kind
Right,
of like a
right.
stellar map.
And then when you look further down, like, let's call it the tail, that looks like a message written in something
Oh, up
that
here?
maybe we don't understand and have yet to decipher. Yeah,
Right,
all of
up
that.
here.
Yeah,
Well,
all of that.
actually, if you look at some of this, and if you could actually look at it in mathematical terms, I bet we'd find our answers right here, because each circle indicates a type of math. I guarantee it, because mathematics is the language of the universe. Um, everything, everything in this universe, everything in our galaxy, everything in the our solar system and other solar systems and the arms of our galaxy and the universes, the galaxies that are out in the universe itself, all boil down to the common mathematics. Everything has proper proportions. Everything has a message that is in the math itself. All shapes, all forms. I mean, our galaxy and every other galaxy out there is basically a spiral galaxy.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. To me, it looks like a map with a message.
Well, that's I get it. I'm telling you that I'm agreeing with you on that.
I highly doubt it's man-made.
That would be one hell of a complex
And you'd have to have, and
crop
with these
circle
things,
to be
right,
man made.
and with most of these just popping up overnight, you know,
And then
usually.
this guy Matthew Thomas, he says two parts to this, maybe three. The tail patterns look like code or writing of some sort.
Yeah.
Incan Mayan, or Easter Islander. The next section of the orbs seem to show a movement or alignment, perhaps a meteor shower or incoming asteroids showing an impact point. The third section looks like a warning, combining the previous two sections of information. Destroy it before these, or at least point to have one of four things to happen. Two ways it'll go by. It'll go by if we use directional explosives. The third says it lands. And the fourth way, we do nothing and it comes in full size and
Yeah.
unimpeded. One quarter of the planet will be in uninhabitable. You know, that's what some of these people are saying. You know,
Yeah, well, that's a possibility too, but it's like, it's theory.
all right. Now this person here is telling you when it was made. Kim Stansbull.
Well,
All right. He says, no, this guy, I'm going to read what he says here. He says this crop circle was made in 2009 in Wiltshire in England in the month of July. It was there to see in person. I was there to see in person. There was a lot of UFO activity in the area. We were a group of researchers out in the field for a week, and at night we saw a formation of what must have been around 20 lights in the sky that came over us and stopped. I had infrared Yukon night vision, as you can see on this picture below, but this time it was at night and we could see them without or with our own eyes. In fact, I had a powerful green laser pointer and I pointed at one of them and blinked three times, and I got a intelligent response back with a very powerful bright white flash three times. We'll never forget this moment. It was during the same week this crop circle had appeared. That's actually pretty cool.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
That's
to have
very
him respond to this picture and say that he was personally there in the same area
after the
around
fact.
the same time.
Yeah,
No,
saw
not after the fact, before it happened.
yeah, you
Around the
saw
same
the
time and
activity
actually
the
see
night
a
before it was
lot of
happening.
activity.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's something else. but it is pretty cool compared to most of the other ones you see.
All right, Tom. Yes.
Why is all the good ones? Why is all the ones that you see like this that are so, you know, intricate?
You had it right.
They're
Integral.
not man-made or very intricate. I can't even pronounce the word right now.
Integral.
Whatever, very sophisticated type things. Not simple in design.
No, this is not this
Why do they
this
always show
particular
up
one is
over in
not
Europe?
simple in design. I actually like this.
Why do they always show up over in England?
Right. I
And
I don't know. I'm gonna pop out of this one here. Hang on.
most of them, tend to, most of the ones we see here in the United States. I bet a good share of those we can write up as man-made because they're pretty much the same circle type patterns, and a lot of
Yeah.
people have shown different ways that those can be made overnight with just a couple of people and leave no trace of your footprints behind.
Now this is the one here. I'm gonna bring one up that if it'll come up.
If it'll come
Uh,
up.
yeah, this particular one is said to be a message. See if I can find that good.
Yeah, they keep
No,
calling
no,
and
wait.
we don't answer.
Yeah,
Tom's comment, I showed you that.
I seen his comment. That was
So
funny.
you're like, what
I
the
like.
fuck? We've been calling for years, and you motherfuckers haven't been just ignoring us.
Damn
Like
it! I'm trying to get this to
mute.
trying to get it to pop up to a larger screen, but it's not. It's not popping up for me. Yeah, it's a little bit larger. It's not letting me bring it up into a different.
Well, anyway. Well, that's one of
Uh,
those things that's only got two answers to it. It's either man-made or it's not.
there. I'm gonna see if I can save it in one of my pictures. Maybe I'll be able to bring it up that way. But yeah, this one's kind of interesting because of the way it looks. I'm actually like it.
Well, I got one sitting here that, since we're talking conspiracy theories,
We'll bring it up.
I want to know what you think about this and what happened.
Bring it up then.
I'm working on it right here. Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Hoffa, famous labor leader, disappeared in Michigan in 1975. The mob took him out.
I get
Hi,
that.
Casey.
I get that. But now, the thing is, some of these conspiracy theories, all right, many believe he was a victim of a mafia hit, but a body was
Mhm.
never found. Well,
Well,
do
it's kind
you
of hard
think
to find a body whenever
you think if the
when you
mafia gets rid of a
bury it
body
in
back
concrete.
in 1970 something, you're going to find it? No, you're not going to find it.
Like I said,
You don't want to?
it's kind
Yeah.
of hard to find a body whenever it's buried in concrete.
Others are convinced that the Teamsters murdered him.
Nope.
Wait, let's go back to that. But who was running some of those Teamsters back then?
Well, the mob had their fingers in all of it.
All right. So that he wouldn't become president again. It took 7 years before Hoffa was officially declared dead, which sparked even more theories about where his body was. Some believe his body is buried beneath Giant Stadium in New Jersey,
Nope.
while others believe
Wrigley Field.
under a swimming pool in Hampton, Illinois. And you say Wrigley Field, right?
Yep.
Do you know when that was?
When they renovated Wrigley Field, when they renovated it, redid it, That's where they put his ass.
Well, they would have had it done it right around 75, 76.
Mm-hmm.
So now look up Wrigley Field and see when they renovated it, and we'll see if your theory holds water right now.
I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Looks like they did some renovations. See, Wrigley's a 100-year-old ballpark. Could be
Yeah.
Soldier. Could be Soldier Field too. I thought it was like somewhere in Chicago that they disposed of him.
Yeah. Well, he'll never be found. It'll never be solved. It'll be one of the world's greatest.
It's one of the world's greatest unsolved mysteries.
Casey says he's a freeway. He's in the freeway.
Nah.
Interstate 96. Right here is the link.
I don't know about that.
Well, just from what I've learned,
But I will say though, it's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to prove things when you don't have a body,
right?
especially when the body is in a position where you can't get to it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're ever going to find the body. It's buried in some cement somewhere, I'm sure. Either that, or here's another theory for you. Seeing as how it was in Michigan, what's to say they didn't put him in some kind of tub with a bunch of acid and throw him into Lake Michigan?
Casey says Teamsters, Michigan. I don't know about that.
You know, I still believe it was a mob hit. The mob wanted him out of the way in a big way.
Yeah, they did.
You know,
No,
so
they did. They did.
so he's either buried in cement or he got a pair of cement shoes and he's at the bottom of Lake Michigan.
Well, the problem with cement shoes is you got to make sure that when that happens, you got to the freeway makes sense. But with cement shoes being dropped in a lake or body of water,
Yeah, body could float to the top just with something true
once
off the legs at some point.
right once the decomposition happens in the legs and the body,
Hold on now.
then it'll
I
come
got a
out.
question for our friend Casey here. All right. Doesn't that freeway have like a bridge with some towers, cement pillars?
You need to fix your background.
Yeah,
You're fading into it.
I don't know why that is.
Yeah, most freeways, their signage has those cement pillar things.
Yeah, that's
Maybe he's inside
very
one of
bad.
those.
Yes, that's the one I heard. There we go. I just got to try to adjust it.
That's you. You're criminally insane.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, man, what the hell?
This doesn't want to cooperate today. Apparently, it's the lighting. It's got to be the lighting because usually it's the lighting in here. It just doesn't want to cooperate today. So yeah, yeah. There you go. And I think I heard the most popular one that I heard from actual mafia type documentaries that I've watched, where they've got the guys that were like once in the mafia and stuff like this, and they're sitting there telling their stories on the documentary, and they've got their faces kind of either disguised or kind of darkened so that you can't see them, and their voices disguised a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I heard one talking about Hoffa and saying saying that he was never going to be found because he was part of the freeway now.
It's a possibility.
They said he was
And
buried in
that's
the
the whole thing. None of us actually know what's going to happen.
he was buried as part of the bridge part of it. And I heard that on several, they let that slip, and these were like former people from that era or that new talk,
Hmm.
that were in it in that era as kids and heard the stories as they were growing up, you know. And that's the most common one and popular one I've heard is that he's part of a bridge on that highway or freeway, whatever they call it in Michigan.
Anyway, I'm looking for another one that I
So what's this?
discovered. What's what? Oh, this? Hang on.
That look,
This
you know,
this is allegedly a crop circle that popped up.
mhm,
And there was a scientist that actually did some studies on this part, the disc.
yeah,
He said this, the way it is designed,
hmm,
is you got to find your start point and you go around in a circle, and it's in binary code.
yeah.
And he deciphered it. He deciphered this. It took him a while, but he deciphered it. And he claims to have the message that is actually.
Well, to me, it's
Um,
like something somebody put together on the computer and just put it out there.
I don't know.
It don't look real.
Well, it could be the way the picture looks though, because I'm trying to find a picture. That's a picture that I downloaded,
I'm just telling you, I'm calling it as I see it. It don't look real.
and I'm just telling you what I've seen several times. And there is another one that they claim is a response, but I'm surprised it's not in this mess of pictures that I'm looking at. They claim it's a response to the message that was sent from the Arecibo Arecibo telescope. That the that actually it's not even the biggest telescope anymore because it collapsed on us, which is very disheartening and sad. But the Arecibo telescope in Brazil is no longer. Um, but what I was during the 70s and 80s, whenever Carl Sagan was still alive, they sent a message from that telescope out to deep space, and I think they actually pointed it. I can't remember if they pointed it towards Alpha Centauri or the Sirius um, constellation. But allegedly, we got an answer, and it is similar to what we sent. And it's driving me nuts now because I can't
Well,
flip and find it.
you'll find it. We can always do this again someday.
Someday.
This one's a pretty popular place. All right. And there's a little conspiracy around it. Okay. Tell me if you believe it or not. This is that little town in Pennsylvania again. Remember what I said about the graffiti all over? I forgot about this place when we were talking about that earlier. This is in Pennsylvania. It's famous for its fires that are burning underground
Oh
indefinitely,
yeah,
making the town a ghost town.
you're talking about the one that they based
Centralia, Pennsylvania. Yes.
Silent Hill.
Yeah, Silent Hill.
The one they based the Silent Hill on.
They say they think the fire was set by government,
It's a possibility.
but if I'm not mistaken, the true story was actually documented somewheres and part of a documentary, and it was just an accident that happened in the coal mine.
Yeah, the coal mines are the ones.
Yeah, it hit a vein, and that boom, it's going forever now. Right, thank you. Even see, I wasn't the only one. A coal accident. Oh yeah, it's gonna be burning for a long time. Probably after we're well gone too, it'll still be burning. I wanted to go there and get close, but I'm afraid of
We didn't start the fire.
I'm afraid of the possible the possible repercussions of breathing in the air or getting too close, and getting
All
some
right.
form of radiation sickness or something. I mean, I've had my fill of radiation already. I don't need any more.
Yeah.
You know, I've had so much radiation, man. I fucking glow in the dark now at night.
Yeah, we call you Twinkie. All right. I found the picture I was looking for.
You found the picture. Well, you
I
didn't answer.
found.
So you believe it's possible that the government started.
I'm not certain. I'm actually
The accident was a cover up.
no. I'm actually going towards the fact that it was an accident because there has been a lot of um, smaller pockets of coal mines that have actually caught on fire and they burned themselves out because they weren't, large enough. But this one is just one fucking large coal mine and it's burning and it's still burning and it's burning for a long ass time.
Well, right here it says here's the part where it says the part town. They they in the town they lit a landfill on fire to get rid of its trash. But the fire spread throughout the coal mines that laid under the town. So somehow it 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 triggered the fire underground. So when they started
And
that
well, it depends on how close to the surface that the vein might have been that it may
right
have actually caught.
vein under that landfill,
Hmm.
and then it spread throughout the coal mines that laid under the town.
That's a possibility. But why would the government do it to get to for any reason?
And eventually the fires made the town unsafe, forcing people to move away.
Well, see, my point to that is why would the government do it? Why would they have a hand in doing it in the first place?
I don't
What
know.
would be their reasoning? They have to have a reason for it. Is there other land around there that they wanted that they needed
Here,
to drive the people away?
no, some believe there's more to the story. People, there are people who think the government started the fire to force people out of the town so it could collect billions of dollars worth of coal, according to the local Pennsylvania news site Penslide. However, whatever coal might still be down there is worthless to
Yeah,
the
it's worthless because it's burning.
so, that pretty much debunks that theory right there,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Oh, what do we got here?
This is the picture that I told you I was looking for. All right, this one here is the response to this one that was sent. This is a composite of what the Arecibo telescope sent. Okay. Um, Basically, this is a greeting from us to any individuals out there that would be able to, um, you know, decipher it and talk to us. This is basically our DNA structure here. This is our solar system, our sun, us. You got the um, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto.
No, you're in it.
And this indicates the telescope that sent it, the radio telescope, which is the Arecibo. And then this is what we look like. This is the human. And then these are some mathematics up here and all this other shit. Okay, and this is supposedly what was received back. You got your greeting, something similar to what we've got going here. This, and then their DNA. And if you look at their DNA, it's totally different. So, this is similar. And then, of course, theirs has 3 planets, not one planet. We have one planet occupied and inhabited. Theirs in their solar system have 3 planets. So they've got like 9 or 10 planets in their solar system. And then this is a depiction of what they sent their message back to us with. So this is supposed to be a crop circle that popped up right next to an actual radio telescope in response to this, which Carl Sagan and a couple other scientists sent out back in the I think it was 1980s, early 80s. So what do you think?
I've seen that before. I don't know what to think. Strange. Who knows? Anything's possible.
Well, actually, they are claiming that Mars can be terraformed. And I just read a little article about the fact that NASA wants to go back to Venus and do some more extensive studies there. So who knows? Maybe we're going to find out a way of terraforming Venus and be able to use it too, because both Venus and Mars are within that what scientists call Goldilocks zone, and basically that's the area from the central star or sun that a planet needs to be in order to have an atmosphere and be able to maintain water and a source of life. Your carbon, your oxygen, your organic life. So who knows? Mars may be our next venture. And it's kind of weird that we know more about our solar system, other planets in our solar system, than we know about our own ocean.
It's kind of funny that
to date, I think we have only explored about 15% of our actual ocean on this planet.
I think it's less than that.
And by the way, they have discovered water on Mars.
Wasn't there like a thing where you could go take a trip to Mars or something like that, and that was on Total Recall, or one of those?
Yes, the movie Total Recall. The movie Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. That one, he went to what they call recall. Basically, it's an implanted memory to experience a vacation. It's kind of a staycation, but supposedly they triggered memories when they were trying to implant it. And before he went under, see, the whole way that movie was cool as hell, because the way they did that movie is you didn't know if he was actually experiencing the what they were doing to him, or if he was actually had been on Mars.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they did a good job. They did a good job with that.
Oh yeah, they did. They really did do a good job, because before they put him under, one of the scientists was going through the stuff that they were going to be loading in loading the memories they were going to load for him. And one of them actually says blue skies on Mars. And the scientist was like, "Oh, that's kind of ironic," you know. And then it goes into the sequence where supposedly they hadn't even implanted memories yet, and he started going freaking out on them.
Yeah.
So you
That
don't know if
made to be good.
yeah.
Now they do remakes of old shit and can't even come up with new ideas
Well,
and
it's not just that when they
technology and all this new shit, but they can't make them better.
right when they rehash and make remakes, they can't. They just screw them up. They don't even there's very few of them that are remade well and actually give homage to the
Um,
original.
I don't know. I was, I now that you brought that up, I was watching TV earlier today. I was watching a classic since I can only watch these types of movies and it's Halloween, so we kind of got to go there. It's the month of Halloween, so
Today is the very first day of the month of Halloween.
so I was watching one of my favorites. Had Warwick Davis in it, and it was Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
It was the second one. They were showing the second one on
Oh,
Sci-Fi.
the second one where he makes the joke about the
And the
the
first,
balls made of brass.
no, that's Las Vegas. That's the one where it's three. That was three. Um, but anyway, then I was like flipping channels, because I hate commercials. So I was flipping channels, and without looking at the description at first, I flipped and I thought, oh, there's a good movie, Pet Cemetery, right?
That was the new one that you just flipped to,
Yep.
and they fucked that one up.
I was like, what the hell is this shit? I'm expecting to see Herman Monster in there, Fred Gwynn, and yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was the newest one, the new remake.
what happened to if it ain't broke, don't
Don't fix it.
yeah, like it. I mean, I don't
The
know.
original
People
It
like the new one because of the clown, but I still like Tim Curry as Pennywise.
Tim Curry did a lot of really good um, characters,
He did a
you
lot of
know,
good stuff. It's
and he's a really good actor. Unfortunately, now he's wheelchair bound and
right.
can't act it, or he can still act, but he can't, do some of the stuff that he used to.
He mostly does. All he does now is voiceover, pretty much.
Pretty much, you know. I
But
mean, the way he portrayed uh, Dr. Frankfurter and
I was gonna say, just to think he got famous for dancing around in a woman's teddy of all.
no, that wasn't a teddy. That was a corset.
Oh, you would know.
So yes, he got famous dancing around in stockings and a corset as Dr. Frankfurter
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Cult classic.
That is a definite classic. And whenever the
Cult
new one
classic.
came out, now here's something for you that one that supposedly came out and they said was like supposedly a remake. It really wasn't a remake, but they did do some homage to the original really well in it.
the original, the original had has probably to this day still has a huge fan base following.
Oh
All
hell
right.
yeah!
I mean, it was one of those. All right, at the time in the area I grew up in, there was two movies that they would constantly play as midnight matinees, okay, or midnight movies or whatever. And only one of them was an audience participation movie, and that was the Rocky Horror
Rocky
Picture.
Horror Picture Show.
All right. The other one was one that, yeah, it took me a while to understand, and that was Pink Floyd The Wall. Okay. But the Rocky Horror Picture Show, I went to that once during an audience participation type thing, and it's like, oh my god, what a fucking experience that was.
Yes, it was.
I am telling you. I mean, they had people up on stage, all right, under the screen on stage,
Yep.
all dressed up in characters, the different characters in the movie, doing
Yep.
those dances from the movie.
Wasn't just doing the dance. They were
And they
literally acting out
acting out
the
some of the scenes.
entire
Yeah,
movie, scene
yeah.
by scene. And then
The audience,
those.
you had people with, like, squirt guns and
Mhm.
certain scenes, stuff would happen, and oh my god.
Oh, it was, they still do it, and I'm hoping they do
Oh,
it
yeah,
this year at the Majestic because I'd actually like to go.
yeah, they that's
If
been
I'm gonna look into it, and if they.
been a staple at the Majestic on King Street in Madison,
Hmm.
Wisconsin for as
Actually,
long as
is the
I can
Majestic
fucking
even
remember.
there still?
I don't know, but, they were doing that the day it was released
If
in the
it's not at the
movie.
Ma- if they're not if the Majestic's not there anymore, then they'll have it. They should have it at the Orpheum. But I'm gonna find out if they're gonna have it this year because
Well,
I really want to go and I want to take Kayla
they usually
because
do it
I know she'd have a blast.
all October long. Every year they've done it
Hmm.
for years. Or for decades actually. That place is a staple. How you doing, Brandon?
Hey, Brandon. So, but yeah, it
Yeah, we'll
is
get to
just,
that. Yeah, we
huh?
can get to that soon. Uh,
Yeah,
come on again.
yeah. We can come up with a time for you.
Us now. Um, there's a link out there if you want. People can just pop in and join us now and just say hi if you want. Um,
Yeah,
but
we
I was
got about 10 minutes left.
well, we could go over. I don't give a rat's ass tonight. It's Friday night, you know.
Anything
Uh,
goes Friday.
you know, and I got a few more things I wanted to say that were kind of off the conspiracy topic because we didn't get to talk too much about our past weekend that we had. You know,
Our
yeah,
past weekend. Hmm. You mean
yeah,
that fun weekend we had in Milwaukee?
yeah, yeah. That was. I'll tell you what, that was a blast. I mean, we got to meet some of our past guests in person.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see a couple of old friends. You know, I mean,
May even made a few connections.
made a few connections, made a few new friends. Um,
Yep.
so we went to the Milwaukee Paranormal Conference, and it was a 3-day event. Mark was only there for one day. Um,
Couldn't really make it for anything else.
Friday night was like a party before it started, and man, I tell you what, I had a blast. I was sitting there. I got to talk with Mike Huberty from Sunspot. Man, what a great guy. And then I got to talk more to T. Krulos. Man, you talk about a huge motherfucker. I mean, sitting down on our show, man, he didn't look, you can't tell how tall somebody is. This guy, I had to actually physically look up at.
and Joe is over 6 feet tall, and he had to look up to look at
And
T.
and I had to look at T, and I mean, I literally had to bend my head to try to look at him. But nice guy, great guy. Um, we are gonna blow the. I guess we're gonna blow the lid off of something. Um, we don't know what we're gonna do yet, but it sounds like starting next year, the Milwaukee Paranormal Conference in Milwaukee, and we'll keep you apprised of when this is. Um, we're going to be part of that show, doing our show live from there. So we got to,
As long as everything works out.
and Mark's going to try to get a vendor booth there. So we're going to make that our staple return, going back there every year when it happens. We're also next year we're also going to try to, since we were told, and I hope he keeps his promise. He said that they're not going to overlap with the Van Meter Visitor Festival next year. So, and I want to go to that next year.
And I want to see if I can get a booth out there.
So, but anyway, so we had a blast. We got to talk to a lot of people. We got to see a lot of people talk. Visit with some friends, visit with some people we knew and met before, and others meeting for the first time. It was a great experience. If you're from Wisconsin and you get a chance to go next year, I highly recommend it.
Even if you're not from Wisconsin, it's not too far of a drive for you. Just
yeah,
come on up. It'll be fun.
They tend to make it. I think they're going to try to keep making it free. Is the word that's out there. Sunday, we went back Sunday for a screening, and there we were with Christopher Kai House. He was also a past guest on our show. That was a great time. We were there to see a movie that I was kind of expecting it to be more of a documentary, but it wasn't. It was more of a comedy, but it was a good movie. It was funny. It was made by some people that were native and local to the Milwaukee area, and it was made pretty much right there in Milwaukee. And it was called The Lake Michigan Monster, and it can be found on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
So check that out. And we got to see this on the second floor of Shaker's Cigar Bar in Milwaukee, which was really cool.
Later, Casey.
We're hoping to go back there to investigate that haunted bar. So it was a speakeasy at one time and a bordello, and it's got some very interesting stories.
Yeah, but after seeing some of the videos you were telling me about, I understand why Tom likes it.
Yeah. Yeah, that I can understand why Tom likes it too. I mean, I can understand why a lot of them like it.
I can understand why a lot of guys would like that place.
But it's just not for that. It does. There you go. Dr. Berg himself. You haven't used that name in a long time.
Oh yeah, definitely Dr.
Perv. But anyway, Chris films that what is it? Tom can help Dr. Destruction there sometimes.
Can't beat the prices, huh?
I don't know about that.
But no, you're saying Chris films. You said Dr. Destruction?
Dr. Destruction gets filmed there once in a while at Shakers, I believe. Oh yeah, the prices on the stairs. Yeah, I think Tanya took pictures of those stairs, didn't you? The stairs that went up to no, but enough where you could probably blow them up and make out the words and the prices. Yeah, I thought that was the menu. Somebody told me that was the menu, not the prices. It was the menu for the brothel on the stairs.
Interesting. I'll have to see those pictures.
Yeah, well, we got a private tour of the brothel of the third floor from Chris.
Well, we need to make arrangements then to go back and do an investigation.
Bob Weiss was a character, but he was a busy guy, and it was his day off. So I didn't want to, he was trying to enjoy himself.
Oh yeah, you gotta let people do that.
So you got to respect that.
Oh yeah.
So I had to respect that, but it's a very nice place. Um, it's it's still like it looks like it's still kept in the time period. Everything's still like it was in during Prohibition, pretty much. You know, I mean, I'm sure they made some modernizations to the bar behind it, underneath. But as far as your decor or your the looks of it, it's all pretty much stayed the same, just been kept up very well. You know, so it's a very unique bar. I heard a story while I was there about a safe that moves across the floor in the basement, and you can see the scratches on the floor where it's moved. We didn't get to go down there though, but we did get to go up to the third floor and hear the story about the 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 lady of the night, the head lady of the night of the brothel, the madam. So very interesting story. You know.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to go there.
Yeah, that Friday night you wouldn't have liked Friday night, the party thing. It kind of got a kibosh put on it because of the rain, and it was outside in this the brewery thing had like an outside garden area.
Yeah, but T said they
No
moved it
roof
inside.
to it. No, they started to, and then it ended up back outside.
Okay.
So it was all outside for the rest of the night, and we didn't stay very long. So I didn't even get to see Sunspot play that night.
That sucks.
But Sunday was cool. We were up there on the second roof, or the first roof that you can go to, and then there's another one above that, and they had this big screen, and that's where you know, yeah, they usually do screenings of movies there on Thursday nights.
Cool.
It was kind of, we went in there and we were talking to bartender. She had no clue what was going on, that was going on there. So yeah, we made it back for that. Tom and Molly, Tom and Molly got into town, and he was talking to me on Sunday, and he was asking if I was coming to that, and I said, well, I didn't, I said, they were back in town from Vegas, and it's like, okay, cool. If you're going to be there, I'll go. What the hell?
Yeah, we need to talk to Tom and see how Vegas went for him.
He had fun. I still want his fucking shirt that he was wearing when he left. I could make that thing look better than him. $5
Whatever.
Spencer bargain. It was a $5 Spencer bargain bin shirt. I'll give you 10 for it.
Oh, I don't know about you, Joseph.
Anyway, but that sounds like they had a good time. They were showing clips on Off the Rails from the comedy stuff that they were doing out there.
Cool.
All
Yeah.
all together.
They're getting so big now, pretty soon we won't be hearing from them anymore.
They won't want to talk to us anymore.
they'll be they'll turn into those snobs.
I'm getting buried in that shirt.
Yep. That's his shirt, man. Don't be messing with the Elvis.
Yeah. It was it was a pretty. I've seen some. I was telling Tanya this when I was talking to her. I've seen some Elvis shirts in my time, and they're usually not my style. Something I wouldn't wear, you know. But that shirt that he found, I would wear that shirt. You know, I'd do the Will Smith thing and say, "See, what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good."
I don't know about you.
Yeah, I tell you, you know, that was just pure luck to find something like that in a $5 bargain bin.
Yeah, no shit.
They had a really,
Must have been the Spencers down there at Mayfair Mall.
I don't know. I didn't even know they still existed. I haven't been
Spencers?
to a mall in quite a while, so
Yeah,
I
Spencers is
wouldn't,
still around.
I haven't been to a mall in quite a while. Um, that Sunday night when they showed that Lake Michigan monster movie, they were showing something else before that. Um, and from what I understand, it was a alien abduction reenactment. They put together a reenactment of something that really happened to them, and they talked to everybody. They were talking everybody through what happened to them. That was kind of weird, but the story was pretty interesting. The way they put it together, but it's all Milwaukee filmmakers, so it's all done
Hmm.
right here, and and I think that's cool as hell. I think that's,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
all done local.
when you've got people like that, and these movies are being made by these people in Milwaukee, and it's being made at this production company right there in Milwaukee. I think that's cool as hell. I mean, that's like supporting your local business to go out and watch
Hmm.
that, go to Amazon Prime and watch it because they got on there and stuff like that. I think that's cool as hell.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool.
But it was a good time. So that's going to be something that we're going to look forward to every year, that we won't have a show on during that time unless we go live from there, which we plan to do.
Yeah,
And
because well, we're supposed to be doing our show from the stage, according to what uh, T said to us.
yeah, that's like a PE cheat for me. I have a hard time with that one. I got stage fright.
Yeah, I know you do.
Really bad.
But I thought we were working on that.
It got so bad that man, you talk about curling up in a fucking ball, saying, nope, 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 nope. My dad tried to drag me into that back in there, and it's like, nope, nope, nope. All they wanted me to do was stand up, give a little quick speech, saying thank you to everybody for coming and donating money and stuff, because it was for a
Hmm.
fundraiser when I got the cancer, the leukemia. It was a fundraiser, right? And they wanted to present me. They wanted somebody, some official from the UW, all right, University, Madison College, um, to present me with this autographed football. Okay, whatever. But so anyway, I ended up giving the football away. So glad I did, because the son of a bitch isn't worth the ink that he wrote with it, autographed it. It'd have been different if it was a autograph from the coach that was there before him. But it was Barry Alvarez that autographed that football,
Yeah,
and you know how I feel about that ass bunch.
yeah, I know.
But anyway, so ever since then, and then I, during that time I was out there being a man whore or whatever, however you want to call it. There was
Pretty
one
much
time.
sums it up.
There was this one time, when karaoke was the thing. There was a lot of the Madison bars were doing karaoke nights. Remember that time?
Yeah.
Well, I had this girlfriend. She was trying to get me to go and trying to always get me up there. Wasn't going to happen. Never did.
Oh, I've done karaoke.
Nope. Never done it. Nope. Ain't gonna
I've
happen.
done karaoke, and I did.
Even her aunt, my wife's aunt, tried to get me to do it at the family reunion one year when she brought the karaoke thing out there. Nope, I don't think so. Actually, both her aunts tag teamed me on that. Jana and Betsy. They tried to tag, they were both
Yeah.
trying. Yeah. And it's like, I don't think so. Uh-uh. So, I don't know. But I got to get over it for this because this is a whole different animal. So,
Well, we've been working on that. I thought we did get you over it somewhat.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see now.
Because now we're going to be throwing your ass up there on stage.
Yep.
Mm, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
We'll have you up there on stage. Well, you'll have me sitting there too. So,
Yeah. And hopefully we'll have a guest. So,
yeah.
so anyway, I don't have a guest for Tuesday yet. No, Tuesday. We are now starting because I said that way. We are now starting to go live Tuesdays and Fridays instead of Wednesdays and Fridays. So, just so you know. Keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to mention?
Mm, not, not that I can think of right now.
No. So,
Man, I get to talk about aliens, DNA. Well, the DNA, but got to talk about the aliens
so if
and
you
that
want,
response we got.
yeah, and if you want to be on our show again, just give us a shout. Or if you want to be on there for the first time, give us a shout. We're starting the book again. I'll start booking.
Yep. And
All
the way
right.
things are going, we're gonna probably be doing, like Joe said, Tuesdays and Fridays, because found out that my Wednesdays are gonna be my crazy days.
Yeah, but aren't you crazy anyways?
Yeah, but having a crazy Wednesday kind of makes me feel sane.
I'm gonna leave you all with a fun fact. Seeing as how it's the first day of October, right? The month of Halloween, all month long. Did you know that haunted houses bring in roughly a little over $1 billion? All right. And us people in the United States spend over $8 billion a year on Halloween items.
It's
And all of this happens within a little 4 to 6 week window every year.
crazy, man.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's just too bad we can't do the haunted house thing anymore, right? We got to get that going someday if we can ever figure out how to do it again with our demented minds. Man, this is my favorite time of year. Gets me missing those days when we had those haunted houses going over there on what was that? Heineck.
Heineken Silver.
Yeah,
I did it in the backyard of the house on Silver one time.
but that was just fun as hell. You know. All right, stay safe, We don't know who's next. Just watch our Facebook page. You'll keep posting a guest if we have one. Stay safe. Remember, anything's possible.